nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll begin the meeting with a moment of silence. This meeting is being recorded and televised by the local cable company. I'd like a motion to approve bill and payroll warrants.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion to accept correspondence in the read file.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Public forum, now's the time for someone to talk on an item that's not on the agenda. Approval of meeting minutes, open session August 6, 2019.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? All those in favor? Budget Override Evaluation Committee, you have some reporting, Randy.
Real quick update. We have not met again since our last meeting. We meet again the 26th, Monday, 5 o'clock. We have locked down the consultant. He will be coming to make a brief presentation and answer questions
Oh, great.
from the committee. The only other issue is I received an email from one of the committee members who had inquired about the Old Colony Planning Council. I don't know if she may have reached out to you also.
Who, Dawn? Yeah.
I did go on their website. I am reluctant to add that to the scope of the evaluation committee, but definitely maybe something that Frank and Lisa can look into that could add just another building block towards the ultimate goal.
It was like a 123 question survey or something?
Yeah, it's a survey, but if you go on their site, they actually offer a lot of resources.
Yeah.
I don't know, is it Fred Gilmetti who's... No,
He's
he's the voting member, right? So
Yeah.
maybe reach out to him and see if that's something that could help you guys out and just add another building block.
Okay, thank you, Randy. Anyone have any questions or discussion? New business, centralize all attendance records for town employees.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Frank has been exploring centralizing all attendance records for all departments, bringing them into the Selectmen's office. He thinks it would be a good idea as the town grows, instead of having each department keep track of their own records, which we can't really control anything like time off, sick time, vacation time, personal time, things like that. So Frank exploring this option will allow the Selectmen's office and for us to be able to keep control of time off, vacation, sick time, employee records, things like that. I don't have any further to report. I don't know what type of investigation he's done into different options. But
Okay, then Frank will get to us when he comes back.
yes.
Any questions or? Act on the request of the Whitman Area Toy Drive to change the date of its toll booth fundraiser from August 31st, 2019 to September 7th, 2019 from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. with a rain date of September 14th, 2019.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Take action to reappoint Annette Casares to the position of Crossing Guard Special Constable through June 30th, 2020. Ms. Casares was inadvertently omitted from the FY20 annual appointment list.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Take action to rescind the following appointments to the Cultural Council, Michelle Manning and Stephen Jenkins. Would you like to speak to this?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Manning has resigned her position on the Cultural Council, and Mr. Jenkins had never been sworn in, had never taken his oath or sworn in or attended any meetings.
Okay, and we've made efforts to get in touch with him?
Yes, we have,
Okay.
and he has not responded.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about this?
No.
All those in favor of rescinding those two appointments?
Aye.
Take action to appoint Oliver Amato to the position of member of the Whitman Cultural Council for a 3-year term through June 30th, 2021, in order to fill an existing vacancy.
So moved.
One of the existing vacancies. Any discussion? All those in favor? He'd be a good addition to that group.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, announce board and committee vacancies. This is the perfect time to do that, once I find it. We have a vacancy and an alternate delegate vacancy on the AAA Advisory Committee. For the Building, Facilities, and Capital Expenditures Committee, there are 2 vacancies with terms that end in 2019 and 2021. The Conservation Commission, there are 2 vacancies with terms that end in 2022, and 2 alternate member vacancies, 2020, 2021. Economic Development Committee, 1 vacancy, 2020. Fair Housing Committee, 1 vacancy, 2020. Historical Commission, 2 associate member vacancies, 2022. And one vacancy on the Whitman Cultural Council, but I believe we just added 2 additional vacancies to that when we rescinded those. So it's wide open if you'd like to be on the Whitman Cultural Council. If anyone is interested, contact the Selectmen's office, please. To act on the request of Bruce Perry on behalf of the St. Vincent de Paul Society, doing business as the Whitman Food Pantry, Holy Ghost Parish, for a 1-day liquor license on Saturday, September 21st, 2019, on the premises located at 49 School Street, in connection with a pasta dinner, and to waive the fee for said permit.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Act on the application of Environmental Pickup Corps, doing business as Conway Scrap Metal, Joseph Melchione, for a junk collector's license on the premises located at 35 Vincent Street. The existing business, Conway Scrap Metal, is being purchased by Mr. Melchione. Approval should be subject to the receipt of the license fee and final inspection and approval of the building commissioner / zoning enforcement officer. If approved, take action to rescind the current license held by Conway Scrap Metal Incorporated, Michael Conway, effective upon the issuance of the license to the new owner. It's just a switch of license from one owner to another. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, I have one question. Scrap metal, what street will you be using to go in and out of your shop?
The existing street, 36 Vincent.
You use Vincent?
Yes.
Because I know that the people that live on Paul Street, that's not a, it's not an accepted street, have always complained the fact that there was always holes dug in by the heavy trucks and things using that side, that it was doing damage to that, and they had to have the expense of regrading it when they could, because the DPW can't. It's not an approved street, so we're not supposed to be touching it, so.
That's correct. I did speak to the neighbors and introduce myself. I did correct, the drainage and fix the
Beautiful.
street. They're very happy. He does use that street, for pickups with
Right.
deliveries and trucks.
It might be nice to get involved with the people that live on that street and kind of come to some type of an agreement, so.
That's not a problem.
says-
I did, introduce myself, and I did tell him I'm gonna help, fix the street as best I can.
Thank you, okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you, that's it.
Anybody else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Act on the request of Helen Iannone, President of Whitman Youth Soccer, to hold the opening day parade on Saturday, September 7th at 8:30 a.m.
So moved?
Second.
Discussion, all those in favor?
Aye.
Last item on the agenda before executive session is to set the September meeting schedule. And what would you people like to do? We have a meeting, Frank is trying to get a meeting set up amongst Randy's group, the override group, or the possible override group, and the Capital Improvements Committee and the Selectmen, to hear a report from the Collins Group on the work that they've been doing on the capital plan. And he's trying to set that up for September 7th, so.
10th,
our-
right?
10th.
I'm sorry, September 10th. Yeah, the 10th. And at that, that would be a selectmen's meeting, so that would be the first meeting, but most of it will be taken up with the report of the group. What about the date for the second meeting?
24th.
24th, fine with me.
24th? Okay. 10 and 24? Okay. Now, which brings up something else. Because we're having that meeting on the 10th, but it's going to be a meeting it's basically going to be hearing a report from the Collins Group. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge somebody tonight, so that we can read this proclamation in plenty of time for his retirement. This is a proclamation that's been signed by the Selectmen, and it has to do with Chief Benton. So that it'd be more appropriate to do it tonight. He'll be retiring, as you all know, on September 16th. And I'd like to honor him with enough time before that date. Proclamation states, whereas Scott D. Benton will retire from the position of Chief of Police effective September 16, 2019, having served the town for nearly 33 years. And whereas Scott D. Benton has served the town honorably, faithfully, efficiently, and with dedication, beginning as an auxiliary special police officer in 1986, before becoming a full-time police officer in 1990, and then assuming the role of sergeant in 1994, detective sergeant in 1997, deputy chief in 2008, and chief of police in 2013, all the while carrying out his duties in a manner that is a credit not only to himself, but to the town of Whitman as well. And whereas, throughout the course of his long and distinguished career, Scott D. Benton earned several certifications and reached several achievements, such as becoming the Whitman Police Department's first DARE officer and Medal of Valor recipient in 1992, creating the DARE half-day outreach program in 1993, and serving the role of incident commander for the town of Whitman's largest training exercise, involving over 30 different agencies and over 100 individuals in 2007. And whereas Scott D. Benton has led by example in his service to his community, and his valued services and untiring devotion have not gone unnoticed or unappreciated, and he will be sincerely missed by his retirement. And whereas the Board of Selectmen, on behalf of a grateful community, does hereby commend Scott D. Benton for services rendered to the town. And now, therefore, the Board of Selectmen of the town of Whitman does proudly proclaim Monday, September 16th, 2019, Scott D. Benton Day in the town of Whitman. And on behalf of his citizens, wishes Scott D. Benton many hours of good health and happiness in his retirement and any future endeavors he wishes to pursue. And we hereunto set our hands and town seal this day, the 20th day of August, 2019, and signed by the board. I wanted to give people plenty of time to get ready for the parade on that day.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Fairways
Thank
and
you very
green,
much.
Thank you, Mark Scott.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Now, we need to go into executive session in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Exception 1, to discuss the reputation, character, physical condition, or mental health, rather than professional competence of an individual. 2, to conduct strategy sessions in preparation for negotiations with non-union personnel, or to conduct collective bargaining sessions or contract negotiations with non-union personnel.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we will be in executive session, and we'll come out afterwards only to adjourn.